Namaste. Welcome to another traditional Hatha Yoga class with me, Jamie. Begin by taking a nice seated position. Heels can be stacked on top of each other or any other comfortable cross-legged position. And today we're going to focus on an inner journey, the internal world of yoga. One of the purposes of yoga, well, what yoga means literally is union. And in this lesson, the focus will be explicitly to harmonize the inner worlds and the outer world. And we do that by paying attention to the inner world. Often when something is difficult in the inner world, we go outside to distract ourselves. I know that's what I do. And that's one of the reasons I find yoga a useful practice. And maybe today, because I'm feeling a little sensitive today, I wanted to go into this space, this more kind of yin space of feeling and breathing. So connecting with the heart, connecting with the lungs. When we connect with the breath and the heart simultaneously, we really learn to soothe ourselves. It's as though we are lying like a child lying on our own hearts, listening to our own heartbeats, like a child might listen to their mother or father. So let's start with 3 arms and the opening mantra, and then we'll do some breathing exercises before going into the physical asana. So bringing your hands to heart center, we'll do the usual mantra, and this is a mantra that welcomes and creates a state of health, wholeness, peace, and sends out a vibration of well-being. So breathing deeply, and exhale, breathing in for the first of 3 arms. And really let this arm be something you feel inside as it travels around your body, every cell being activated by your own sonic massage. Paying particular attention to the sound and feel of this mantra, whether you're repeating or just listening, how it resonates in your heart. Savyasham svastir bhavatu, Savyasham shantir bhavatu, Savyasham purnaham bhavatu, Savyasham mangalaham bhavatu, Save bhavantu sukhinaha, Save santu niramaya, Save bhadrani pashantu, Akashit dukha bhagbhave. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrithyoma hamlitam gamaya. Om Purnamadam Purnamadam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamiva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So now let's begin with our 3-part yogic breath. Letting your eyes fall 3/4 of the way closed. Shoulders up, back and down. Hands in Chin Mudra. First finger and thumb touching in union of a circle. So on the air, go to your, expanding to your belly, sides of your chest, the clavicular area in 3 parts. And while you're doing this, let's pay attention to your heartbeat. Perhaps you can feel it already. Perhaps if you put your hand on your chest, you can feel it. Perhaps you need to put your hand on your pulse, on your wrist. Just let the breath be one with the heartbeat. So your body is coming to a natural harmony. Paying attention to your internal experience. 3 more deep breaths. And if you can let your breath be audible, like the sound of the waves of the ocean, audible to you at least, this helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, our vagus nerves. It helps our body relax, helps our system relax. Begin the first of 2 pranayama. This is a triangular breathing technique where we breathe in for 4, we hold for 8, and we breathe out for 8. Breathing out for longer than you breathe in also activates the vagus nerve, also activates our rest and recuperate nervous system. So in for 4 left, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out, right, 8. In 4, right. Closing with the thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out, left, 8. In 4 left. Holding for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and doing 1 more in your own time. Finishing on the left, so the last one in the right. And keeping your eyes closed, or 3/4 closed, just notice the sensations in your body. Again, placing your hand on your heart or on your pulse. Feel how your heart has been affected by your breath, how your breath has been affected by your heart. And we're now going to revisit Bhramari, which is humming breath. And this technique is simply breathing in and humming. We all know how to hum. And just let the hum reverberate around your body and paying particular attention to the vibration in your heart. And what we can do to increase the intensity, and I'll do this after we start, is we put our fingers on our eyes like this with our elbows out at kind of right angle, poking out at right angles, and stick our thumbs carefully in our ear holes. And this increases the intensity of the internal experience. And again, paying attention to the vibration of the heart. Imagine you're giving your heart a sonic massage from within, from your own energy. So, deep breath in. And you can place your fingers on your eyes and thumbs in your ears. And you can hum low and you can hum high. Whatever your body wants to do. And just keep humming until you hear 3 bells, and we'll have a little silence as that goes into the body. Observing the experience of your interior world. Breathing again into your heart, feeling your heart's vibration. Placing your hand on your heart, on your wrist if you need to. And when we pay attention to these internal energies, which we often might distract ourselves with coffee or social media or calling people or a friend, it might be that we avoid feeling that. But when we actually feel things, we can allow them to move. So all emotion is energy. As John Lennon sang, pools of sorrow, waves of joy. And it's just allowing those feelings to be felt and allows them to move. So one of the purposes of yoga is the physical asana will move the energies around our body. And if we focus on our internal experience, we can go a little bit deeper and really shift old emotions or really deep-seated emotions and just allow them to be felt. The deeper we breathe, the deeper we can do that. So let's begin with a couple more deep breaths and coming forward, just opening up our backs, always with our deep yogic breath. And if you can, breathing out a little bit longer than you breathe in. And we're moving to one side. Moving to the other side. And back to the middle. Come up to seating position. Stretching out with one leg, heel to our perineum. You can use a cushion if you need. And stretching out, opening your arms and really feel you're turning your heart towards the sun. Breathing into your heart. In this series of postures, we're going to pay attention for where to direct the breath inside. When we use our imagination this way, this is our own placebo effect. In this sense, our imagination is real. Breathing in the other side, turning our hearts up towards the sun. And allowing the weight of the hand, the torso, to come back down again. And we'll begin with Surya Namaskar. And we're going to do our regular Surya Namaskar classical one, but this time we're going to also have a point of focus. Hopefully you either know this quite well or at least well enough by now. If you don't, you can just ignore that instruction and concentrate on the physical position. If you feel comfortable with the physical positions, we're going to add a point of focus of our attention. And we're going to let our eyes be a little bit more shut than they might normally be during this exercise. So Surya Namaskar, a physical prayer of gratitude for the life-giving sun. Starting in Samastiti, imagining our energy going through our feet down to the center of the mat and lifting up at the same time towards the sun from our crown. Yoga is about this pull of opposite directions, finding our center. Breathing in, breathing out, focusing on the heart center. Breathing in, focusing on our throat. Breathing out, focusing on the perineum. Breathe in, right back, focus on our third eye. Holding the breath in plank, focus can be on the base of our spine. Knees, chest, chin to ground. Again, focus on the base of our spine. And up into Bhujangasana, Cobra, focusing on the heart. Keeping our lower belly on the ground. So the curve is at the top of your chest. Pushing back into down dog. Be here for 5 breaths, and the focus here is on the throat. You can walk the dog if you wish by raising your heels, stretching your hamstrings. Make sure you're pushing through on your thumb pads into the mat. Breathing the right foot forward. Again, looking up at the third eye as we inhale. Exhaling, focus on the perineum. Inhale all the way up and back. Focus on the throat. Focus on our heart and keep on the heart. And return to the heart. Breathe up and in the throat. Exhale to the floor, focus on the perineum. Left side. Inhale, third eye. Hold the breath and focus on the base of the spine. Shoulders in line with the wrists in line with the front of the mat. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to ground, focus on the base of your spine again. And then pushing forward and up into Cobra. Focus on the heart. Exhaling back into down dog. Focus on your throat. 5 breaths here. Remember your breath audible to yourself, like the sound of the waves. Pushing strongly through with your arms and your feet.
So your chest and crown goes towards the ground. 2 more breaths. And breathe the left foot forward. Breathe the right foot forward. Exhale. Pranayama. Inhale up and back, and it's the throat. Exhale the heart. Inhale Samastiti, heart. Exhale heart. Inhale throat. Exhale feet. Exhale the perineum. Inhale right back, third eye. Hold your breath. Focus on the base of your spine. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to ground. Focus on the base of your spine and Ashtanga Namaskar. 8-point salute. And pushing forward and up into Cobra. Inhale and focus on your heart. Two more breaths. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips back, down dog, 5 breaths. Focus is on the throat. If you're more of a visual person, you can imagine white light at each of these points of focus. So now imagining white light at the throat. If you know the colors of the different chakras, you can imagine that color here now. This one is blue. Inhaling the left forward. The right forward. This was the second one. Third eye focus. Which is indigo. Exhale, left forward. Focus on the perineum. The color would be a deep red. And inhale all the way up, focusing on the throat. And back to the heart, which is a green color in the chakral tradition. Inhaling Samasthiti, keep focus on the heart. Exhale now the left side, inhale, throat. Exhale, perineum. Inhale left back. Third eye. Hold the breath. Focus on the base of the spine, in orange. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Again, on the base of the spine. Inhaling up. Feeling our hearts. And this time we'll look to the left for a breath. Exhaling back, inhale to the right. Exhaling back, inhale to the left. Back, inhale to the right. Inhale. And back into down dog for 5 breaths. Inhale left forward. Exhale right. Perineum, red color. Inhale up. Focus on the throat. Exhaling to the heart. Inhale.
The last one, we'll just do 3 today, which is kind of, so we have more time for other practices. This is the minimum you should do if you're practicing home. 3 is a great way to start your day or finish your day. Right back, focus on the third eye. Hold, base of your spine. Exhale, knees chest chin to ground, base of your spine. Inhale, cobra, it's the heart. Exhale to down dog. 5 breaths. Inhale up. Third eye. Exhale, perineum. Red color. Inhale up. Blue color in the throat. Exhale to the heart, green color. Inhale, Samastiti, and the last one on the left side. Exhale. Inhale up to the throat. Exhale, hands to feet, focus perineum. Inhale the left foot back, focus on the third eye. Exhale, plank, holding the breath. Focus on the base of the spine. Down to Steadier Namaskar. Focus on the base of the spine again. Inhaling up. Focusing on the heart chakra. Or just the physical heart. Exhaling back to down dog. 5 breaths. Really deepen into that pose. Head and crown to the ground. So crown and chest to the ground. Last in breath. Inhale your left forward. Third eye focus. Exhaling the right forward. Perineum, red color. Inhale up. Blue color in the throat. Exhale, heart chakra, green. And inhale, Samastiti, 2 breaths. Let's take a 1-minute Shavasana to notice the effect on the heart. So just lying on your back, completely letting your body go. Imagining you're breathing in to your heart. So when you breathe in, your heart begins to glow like the center of a fire as you blow on it. As you exhale, imagining a vibration in the center of your heart. A few more breaths. Perhaps your heart is beating a little faster now after the Surya Namaskar. Let your breath meet and soothe your heart. Now raising your right arm. And just turn over so that you're lying on your belly. And first,
Going to stretch out the right arm 45 degrees above your ears. And we're going to open the chest. So one position is simply opening like this with your fingers pointing up to the sun and look in the direction of your fingers, turning your heart to join the sun. And you can go a little deeper if you can by raising both feet up here and really opening that chest. Let's have about 7 breaths here. So having your upward gaze as you look out, but an internal gaze as well in your heart. Really focusing on depth of breath here. And let your out breath be a sigh if you like. Really letting your shoulder relax and open on both sides. 2 more breaths here. Stretching out your right leg, coming slowly down. And swapping positions so that your left arm is out 45 degrees. You're turning and looking at the fingers of your right hand. Turning with your hips and knees pointing up if you can. Or just staying supine is also okay. One knee up is also okay. However your body is feeling today. Yoga is about meeting your body where it is and stretching from there. Your body just is where it is. This is one of the beginning practices of yoga, of just accepting how you are that day. Once you can do that, everything flows so much more easily. 4 more breaths. You can imagine the heart glowing and growing as you breathe in here. To your heart and your chest, turning your heart towards the sun. Two more. And down to the ground. That on your face. Have a few breaths in crocodile, which is simply your fingertips touching and your head resting, looking at one side on your upturned hands, on your sort of face down hands. Like a lazy crocodile by the river in the sun. And then you can keep that presence in the state of relaxation, remembering how quick crocodiles can move when they look like they're lazy. Now turning the arms, pushing up with our elbows, coming onto all fours. And we're going to do cat-cow. Cat-cow is a really nice way of working the spine and the lower back. And essentially it's just breathing in and our chest open like a cow. And breathing out, arching our back like a cat. And really feeling that pull of the spine back towards, pull of the stomach back towards the spine as you contract and breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. breathing out. And you can do this a bit faster if you like. Keeping the focus on the heart. Coming up into down dog. Stepping forward into warrior 2. I'm going to go this side so you can see more easily. Back leg is straight. The right leg is parallel, the thigh parallel with the floor. And you're looking across your fingertips in Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. As deep as you need to be to allow the front leg to be parallel. And feeling the pull of your forelimbs in 4 directions, with you holding your warrior center in the middle. When it comes to yoga or spiritual practices, a warrior is someone who is present. That's how you show up for yourself, is just by being present. Presence is an action. And this is a really beautiful one for opening the lungs. So let's have 5 more breaths here. Really checking in with what's inside our bodies today. This is a good one for your reproductive system and your menstrual cycle. And also it brings confidence that you can face the day. Breathe in, straighten the front leg, twist and turn 180 degrees. And if you're lucky, you'll make a popping sound like that. Always checking your alignment with your feet in these longer postures. Make sure you're protecting your knees and you're extending as you can do. When you make more effort in yoga, the curious paradox is it somehow becomes less effortful. So if you really concentrate on that posture, it becomes more stable and therefore easier. So focusing on your bellies, contracting your bellies. 4 more breaths. Last one. And then we're going to come down, placing our left hand on the outside of our left foot and stretching out our right arm ahead, turning our hips open and turning our heart again towards the sky. In Utthita Haskonasana. Three more breaths here, and you can use a block if you need. Nice strong leg, 2 more breaths. Placing the right hand down if you need support, and then if you can carry on in that posture, or you can have a rest, or you can try this more advanced posture, which is where we're going to place our right arm on our left knee, and we're going to open. I should have done this the other way around, but here we are. In fact, I'll show you the other way around, it's easier. So, placing our... That doesn't work, this way. Okay. So, placing our arm on the opposite knee, we're going to open this way, again, turning our heart towards the center, towards the ceiling, and looking at our back heel.
A bit wobbly today. And we're going to go into side plank. You can have one leg like this if you need to. Or up again, opening the chest, breathing deeply for 5 breaths. Five, and then coming into wild thing. So extending towards the back, pushing up with the chest and the pelvis, and letting the left arm just completely relax. Staying here for 5. Breathing into our hearts. And bringing your weight back towards your ankles, twisting around back into down dog. 5 breaths here to rest a little bit. And at this point, our heart might feel like the noonday sun, really pulsing and burning. And we're working quite hard now. And now we're going to do the other side. So breathing our left foot forward. And having our right foot forward, right hand on the outside of the right knee by the foot. Turning our hips. Breathing in. Gaze towards your fingertips. 4 more breaths. Now taking your left arm to your right knee, pressing your heel towards the ground, your hands in prayer position, looking back towards your left heel through the triangle of your elbows. Coming onto side plank again. Again, you can do like this. This is absolutely fine. Otherwise, neck straight, arms straight. And you can look straight ahead, or you can look at your fingertips. 2 more breaths. Going back into the wild thing, so bringing your heels back. Stretching out your shoulder above your wrist of your left arm. And breathing deeply into your heart, raising your pelvis, raising your heart. So you get a little curve at your spine here. 2 more breaths. And letting your knees bend. Bring your bum towards the floor as you twist round, right arm on the right side of the mat, right foot coming back into down dog. Now we're going to either jump or step forward into Dandasana. While I demonstrate this, not sure if you're going to pause or you can remain in down dog. You can either jump forward like this or just walk forward. Just going to twist round. Here we go. So here we are in Dandasana, seated staff pose. Breathing deeply into our hearts. And we're going to come into the first of two positions with forward bends, Paschimottanasana. And this is very good for the practice of Pratyahara, which is withdrawal of the senses. And what this means is, obviously there are many sensations in the outside world, from smells to sounds. Sensations could be thoughts that are provoked by something we see in the outside world. Maybe we see a bird fly by and go, oh, what's that? Maybe we're thinking about what to make for dinner, or the argument we had with our colleague. This is about withdrawing from all external stimuli, going into the breath, going into ourselves. So we start by making the peace sign and take our big toes. And if you need to, you can use a strap. It's also very good for this. And although we're holding this tautly, we're not pulling, we're actually pushing. So we're coming forward, bringing our chest towards our toes, keeping the toes curled back towards us. And you can drop your head, still bringing your chest towards your knees and towards your toes. And although you're facing the ground, imagine that your eyes are looking towards your toes. Let's do 10 breaths here. If you find this a bit difficult, you can use a block, and you can have your knees bent. The key thing is if your back feels a bit stiff, just try and straighten your spine, maybe straighten your like this, and come forward again, but lead from your heart, not the small of your back. If you come like that front of the back, you can hurt yourself. Deep 3-part yogic breaths. You can even take a little pause between each part. So into your belly, little pause, then breathing deeper into the chest. The third part into the clavicular area, the top of your chest. Holding a little bit, then exhaling. You can do that in 3 parts as well. 3 more breaths here. And breathe up. And release. And you can let your legs go and give them a little shuggle if you need to. And let's bring our right foot back, anywhere along your leg that feels comfortable, up towards your perineum or cervix. And you want to bring your heart center to your big toe. So pulling your big toe back. You can use your strap here again. And you can also have your feet here if you need. Your hands on your shin. And again, the purpose is to bring your chest to the knees from the top. Breathe in, extend the spine. Breathe out, contract the belly. Making sure your toes are pointing backwards. Three more breaths. You're really letting your heart rest in this downwards position.
Last one. And release your foot. Breathe in.
Hands back. Again, shuggling around if you need. And then swapping legs.
Again, just holding without pulling. So coming from pushing your chest towards your knee. You do pull your toes back so your whole leg is locked. And this is very good. You can feel it perhaps opening your shoulder joints. It's good for your hip joints, knee and ankle. It's a very good one if you've been walking a lot and you've got stiff legs. 5 breaths. Last one. And inhale up.
And you can release the legs. And we'll come into Asana, opening up the hips a little bit. So you can bring your feet towards your cervix or perineum and letting your elbows rest. Just allow your legs to flap. Titali is butterfly. Maybe you could feel they have their own momentum as they're doing this. And putting our thumbs inside our feet, opening like we're opening a book, and having our elbows pressing in to our thighs. You can remain here in a straight position, and you can use a block to help you underneath your bottom. Or you can come down, bringing your chest to the floor. Breathing deeply into the heart. And any parts of your body, perhaps your inside thighs, your groin area that are feeling a bit of strain right now. Four more breaths. Breathe in and up. And we're going to do a couple of counter poses, one for our forward bends and one for our back bends. So firstly, coming straight legs. If you have any wrist problems, placing your hands a few inches past your hips, so about 10 centimeters past your hips, with your fingertips facing the other way. Otherwise, with your fingertips facing towards your toes. And we're going to breathe in, and you can look down towards your toes, or you can let your head go back. We're going to breathe in, raise the pelvis to the sky, raise our hearts and chest towards the sky. Virabhadrasana, which is a necessary corrective to the forward bends that helps our spine relax and it takes the pressure off, gives it a rest. So looking down, the spine raised, or letting your head go back. 10 seconds. 5, 4, really pushing up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. That's the counter pose to our forward bends. The next one will be the counter pose to the back bends we did when we were doing the Surya Namaskar. So for this one, you can sit on a cushion if you need, as you wish. And this one is a twist. So sit with our left heel on our right buttock and our right heel outside our left knee. The right arm goes up and back and extends straight behind your spine. Left arm, breathe up, and it's going to come on the outside of our right knee. Fingers can be pointing up like this. This is the classic posture. When we breathe in, we're extending the spine. When we breathe out, we're twisting deeper, contracting our tummies. So breathe in, extending, breathe out, twisting. And if you want to slightly more twist, more of an extension, you can slip your arm through this gap here and grab hold of your right arm. Could be your fingertips, could be your wrist, and do the same twisting action. Breathing in, extending. Breathing out, twisting. 5 breaths. And release. Bring your arm up, and we're going to swap positions. Right heel to left buttock. Left heel, right knee. Left arm back in line with just behind your spine. Right arm up, and it's pressing against the left knee. Breathe in, extend, looking over. See if you can look towards, going anti-clockwise, looking towards your right shoulder. And if you like, you can pop your arm through, get more of an extension. Breathing in, lengthening the spine. Breathing out, deepening the twist. 5 breaths. Now coming back into seated pose. Before you go into your Shavasana, which I'm going to start at the very end of the lesson, so you can go into your own Shavasana. So that'll be in about 2 minutes. If you want to set an alarm, maybe for 12 minutes, it's good to have a 10-minute Shavasana, but it seems a shame to use that in a lesson time. So now coming into just noticing your internal experience as a result of your practice today. The Pratyahara, withdrawing the senses from the outside world, breathing into our hearts. And imagine that you really are occupying your heart. So you're looking from within your heart. Feeling the space and expantiousness of this organ. And you might want to breathe into that, imagining a light. It could be a pink or golden or white. Imagining a rose in the center of your heart. Pink or golden or white, or maybe a mixture, maybe all those colors. And breathe those gentle colors into your rose as it begins to open its bud, filling your whole heart with those colors. Deep sense of peace. And allowing that energy to encompass your whole body. So every time you breathe in, those colors become bigger, deeper, brighter. till your whole body is filled with this gentle beauty. The gentle strength of your heart. Its strength lies in its gentleness and its sensitivity. And your strength lies in being able to feel all its sensitivity. Allowing those colours to emanate around you, so your whole space around you is glowing. Letting this golden, white, pinky colour spread from you all around the space. And knowing energy has no limit, allowing that to spread all around the world. Perhaps joining with other yogis who are practicing at this time. Becoming aware of the universal heart of the whole universe, of which you are part, to which you belong. And then imagining that energy coming back to you, having traveled the whole length and breadth of the universe. Comes back to you. And you can find your own way to come to your Shavasana position. Keep your eyes closed if you like. So lying down on your mat. Letting your whole body relax and just watching your breath. There's nothing to do, no one to be, nowhere to go for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to ring a bell. This will let you know that when you wake in 10 minutes, you'll wake rested, restored, ready to go about your day, to do whatever you need to do with presence and grace in your heart, or perhaps just to rest and continue sleeping until it's necessary for you to wake. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamiva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you for joining today's class. Namaste.